welcome to the Spring Garden Festival. This is the 30th annual year, so we are very excited that we were able to put this together in time. Yes. Right down here is the map of our vendors, and this year we have 50 vendors, excuse me.
Wow.
50 vendors. We started with 37. So earlier this year, when I decided to take it over as coordinator, or ringmaster as you may say, I always wanted to be a ringmaster of a circus. It's like pretty close.
Okay, well, let's take a look. I'll pan here and show the people. So if you have 50 booths, what are some of the ones that you come to mind first?
Well, of course, my family's booth. I mean, they've been doing it since I was a teenager. So doing this booth in this spot, and every year they have to work with the tree. You know, we all have to work with what's here, and of course we want to encourage garden space and, you know, the gardens around the trees. But they do kind of get in the way of the vendor spot sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, and they have branched out into making willow baskets, and this is just incredible.
Can I
this
take a look at
attracts a lot of attention. Yeah, please do.
You made these willow baskets with native?
I did not. Mario here, and
Mario, are you the maker of the willow baskets?
Yeah, half of these I made, and then my partner Delana also made some. But yeah, these four right in front, I did make.
And this is native willow?
Some of it is native, some of it is some European willow weaving varieties also.
I see.
So yeah, it's a mixture of North American and European.
Listen, I have this really off-half question for you. Have you ever tried making it with poison oak?
Definitely not poison oak. That would be insanely hard to work with.
Right.
But people do make them out of blackberries, English ivy, some of the more not as toxic to touch plants. That would be the one thing about poison oak, is that the oils are all on the sticks. So I don't know how you do that.
Well, how long have you been in the fair displaying things? How many years?
I've been with the Peace Seeds family probably at least 8 years or so here. And of course they've been here since the beginning, basically. So I think this is maybe my 7th or 8th time here. Yeah.
What else do you guys put out? I see some seeds. Can I come around and take a look at the seeds?
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, we got pretty awesome, locally selected, organically grown, and heirlooms as well as original varieties that we've developed. Yeah. And then we also specialize in Andean roots, oca, yacon, among other things.
Wow!
So yeah, we like to specialize in some different things.
Well, what makes these roots so special?
They were important food plants like the potato. I mean, the potatoes made it globally. These were just as important, just didn't have the amount of time to get globalized. The potatoes happened to be brought to Europe and spread around hundreds of years before a lot of these other food plants. So it just takes that time and people to recognize different unique nutritional aspects. And yeah, having something that's not in the Solanaceae family. Some people aren't into nightshades or wheat. There is a lot of food plants that are already in the nightshade family: potatoes, peppers, tomatoes, eggplants. So having more diverse root crops makes sense on a lot of levels.
What family are these from?
Oxalidaceae. So in the Oxalis family, there's in the woods here. What is it called? Maybe it's called sorrel of the woods.
Sorrel and Oxalis. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the same family, just different species.
I'll be darned.
So yeah, the greens are also edible, just like that Oxalis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Nice, thank you.
Good luck to you.
All right, you too.
Well, this is Pam, and she's with the Master Gardener program.
Yep, I'm with the OSU Extension Master Gardener program, and we always have a booth at the Spring Garden Festival to provide customers with horticulture information, and we try to have some topical information. We have mason bees, and maybe I can show you that in a little while.
Sure.
Mason bee and pollinator information, and then we're also talking about growing some fruit crops and berry crops. So if you have gardening questions, come on down and you can talk to these lovely people over here, and they can try and research your question and get back to you.
So as a Master Gardener program, you people can call you and ask you questions?
Yes, so they can call the extension office. Most counties in Oregon, I think actually every county in Oregon has an extension office. And if you have gardening questions, you can give us a call and we can research that and get back to you. And you can also bring samples into our office as well.
Oh, really? And you have a training program for?
We do, yeah. So we train new volunteers mostly starting in January and February, going into March. And so we do an annual training program. We do about 50 people in Lynn and Benton County every year. And then they get to join the ranks and work at fun events like this and get a really good handle on a solid horticulture background, and then you learn every year something new, right?
Right. If somebody's interested in the program, do they go to OSU or do they go Master Gardener program?
I would look for their local extension office. So get in touch with your local extension office here in Corvallis. It's Benton County, and then they'll put you in touch with the coordinator, and you can figure out what the process is for applying to become a Master Gardener.
Okay,
and anyone can apply.
That's agricultural extension or just extension?
You could Google Master Gardener program. It's in the horticulture department with OSU Extension. And then put your local county office, and then the search will come up for you for the contact information.
Well, let's go look at the bees.
Okay, let's go look at the bees. That will help those bees.
Oh, Cheryl.
Hi there, Mark. My name is Cheryl Good, and I'm here with the Hour Exchange today at the lovely Corvallis Garden Festival. Really fun. And we're talking today about local currency because this is all about making local connections with our local currency. We actually have a printed currency in Corvallis. It's been around for 15 years. And this is our 1 hour note. It's worth $10. And what we want to have is everybody have some of this currency in their pocket. I want to show you a little tattered one right here. Each one, this has been circulated in so many people's hands. It's tattered, it's torn, because so many people have made local connections, and that's what we're really all about.
And who are the people that normally participate in this type of thing? What type of people? Craftsmen, artisans?
Anybody, really. Maybe it's somebody who already has a craft or art, and maybe they just do it as a hobby, or maybe it's a business that they want to buy local and they want to have people buy local with the local currency. Anyone can really participate. But we love having artisans being a part of it. We love having people who are farmers. We love having people that love to just tinker. Anybody can be a part of the local currency.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cows dance with tan, so my skin is what I'll tell you if you ask me where I've been. Inside in my garden wearing nothing but a grin. Woo! Thank God some of them girls. Well, I'd be a fine, got me all pretty when the sun's coming up. Kids on the critter, I've been nothing but a funny, funny critter. Thank God it's summer country girl. Circle round, sit down, put your feet up a while, help yourself to tea, work out your inner smile. Welcome to the family, Mother Nature's child. Thank God it's for the country girls and boys.
Thanks. The fair appreciates you. Well, Susan?
Yes, my name is Susan Morton. I'm here at the Corvallis Spring Garden Festival, and I'm from the Lynn County Master Gardeners Pollinator Project. Our sponsor bug that we love greatly is the native mason bee. We all know that our pollinators are in a great deal of trouble, and we need to help them. Mason bees are our native pollinators. They fly very early in the spring, and they are the bees that pollinate most of our fruit and berry crops. We need to help them. We all know the honeybee's in trouble, but native pollinators need a little help too. So we sponsor and sell housing, nesting materials for them, and we also sell the cocoons in the spring. If you have any fruit or berry trees, the mason bees can be your best friends.
Right. Is this a model of the house?
Yes, this is a mason bee house. The bees don't really care that much about what it looks like, but what they're interested in is some holes.
Right.
And-
Can you turn it towards the sun so the light will get it? There it is. I see it.
Okay. So
So they got the holes in there?
the blocks come out.
Oh,
This is the block that the bees nest in. This is a place where you would put the cocoons, so when they hatch out, they see these holes, and the mother mason bees go to work. And one mother mason bee will do the work of 200 honeybees. So
serious.
if
Really?
you want fruit, these are the bugs you need, and they don't sting.
This is a miracle.
They are wonderful bees. They are one of the 300 to 400 kinds of bees we have here in the Willamette Valley, and they all do service one way or another. So make your gardens friendly to pollinators because everybody benefits.
Oh, thank you, Susan. And thanks to Master Gardener Program.
Thank you.
Well, hi, Timothy.
Hi there, I'm Tim Daney, and I'm with the Hour Exchange booth today. I'm on the board of trustees of the Hours. The Hour Exchange is our local currency, and we currently are working to get people signed up for the website. So stop by the booth, contact us sometime. You want to get on a website for local currency? Give us a call, give us an email, let us know, and we'll get you on.
Well, Timothy, what kind of persons are generally interested in the Hour Exchange?
What kind? Well,
Craftsmen?
craftsmen, tree farmers. The Hours Exchange and other local currencies show up in magazines such as 1859,
Right?
also Yes Magazine, also Communities Magazine. We have a wide variety of vendors, anywhere from produce to massage to auto repair to bicycle repair, plants for sale, organizing, cleaning.
Are they on a website?
Our website, go to our website, ourexchange.com. Yes, and like I say, if you get hold of us, we'll find a way to get you onto the website too, for those technophobes like myself, And whoa, I don't have it.
Well, hey, Timothy, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Cynthia, we're glad to be here, and you're going to talk for the Art Center.
Yes. So my name's Cynthia Spencer, and I'm the director of the Corvallis Art Center. We've been in the community helping people be creative for over 54 years. And we are pleased to be here on the Spring Garden Festival, inviting people in to see our art and science show, doing some art activities with youth here, and actually people of all ages, kids of all ages, enjoyed being creative with paper and color, and so we hope people will stop and do that. And the shows that we do here are changing all of the time. We really try to have shows that are relevant to our times, as well as inspire people to be creative on their own. So I really hope people will come visit. We're open Tuesdays through Saturday, 12 to 5 p.m. on those days. And we have classes and camps planned for the summer. For youth, we're 6 to 13, age 13. And it's just wonderful to be here on a beautiful sunny day.
Well,
here in Central
thank you
Park.
so much.
Thank you.
Well, we're interviewing Molly.
Molly.
And-
I'm Molly Monroe with the Corvallis Sustainability Coalition, and I'm the action team leader for the Natural Areas Action Team. And I'm here today to promote the Natural Areas Celebration Week, which is a whole collection of guided hikes and butterfly talks and all sorts of natural biological events happening around the Corvallis area this next week. And we've been doing this for 8 years. This is our 8th annual celebration week. And the other part of the Natural Areas team is we're partnering with the National Wildlife Federation. This is Morgan.
Hi, I'm Morgan Parks. I'm the Oregon Education Coordinator with the National Wildlife Federation, and we're here today promoting Garden for Wildlife program, which involves certifying your wildlife-friendly spaces, gardens, schools, homes, churches. The whole anything can be certified by providing food, water, cover, places to raise young, and using sustainable gardening practices.
Oh, and how does an ordinary person get in touch with you?
Our website, Garden for Wildlife.
GardenForWildlife.com or dot
.org.
org.
NWF.
There we go. Let's just put it on the channel right there.
There you go.
That's how you get. And is there anything else? Oh, tell us
Just
what's.
a side note of this program is that Benton County was the first in Oregon and the only to be certified as a community habitat through this program. So Benton County's doing great things for their wildlife, and now we're focusing on pollinators.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yes.
What is one of the events that's going to happen in your next? An example?
An example, right now they're taking a hike to the source of the Sequoia Creek, just up in the watershed here, and looking at the actual source of the creek before it turns into the bigger creeks and blends into the Marys River.
The headwaters. Well, thank you.
Headwaters, yeah, lots of great selection.
Great. Well, I'm here with Laurel, and she's going to be with us.
Okay, well, I'm Rambling Rose Botanicals, and we're at the Spring Garden Festival in Corvallis, and I have teas. 70 to 80% of the herbs I grow in them myself, and then I have external products, and I also grow the herbs in them. And
Wow. Well, are
what else
these?
would you like to know?
Well, these plants that you grow, 70, you say approximately?
Yeah, and each of these blends probably 70 to 80. Some of them are 100%, but that's a little more rare. Usually I supplement 1 or 2 ingredients, and often I get it from another small grower.
Wow.
Yeah.
And people use your products to do some of the purposes?
I mean, the teas are to be enjoyed, but they're also medicinal. So all herbs have some sort of medicinal property, and the other products are for sore muscles and for chapped lips and for dry skin. And I have a whole new mama line, so things for after-birth care.
Right. You know, your business is reminiscent of the old, in the 1800s, they had what called herb gardens.
Yes.
And people lived out of these things. They made medicine.
Yeah.
Well, we're sure glad you're here, and
Great. Thanks.
see you next year.
Okay.
Now we're here with Melissa.
Hi, my name is Melissa Martini, and I'm at the Spring Garden Festival, and I am offering people to go solar. So homeowners, we have a great zero upfront cost for the equipment, the installation, no cost for the permits, activation, and you can go solar. And we are really pushing solar because it is the way to go. We want sustainable future, and we want to save our planet. So I hope you enjoy going solar.
Thank you. Melinda.
Yes.
We're here to visit you and tell us about your booth.
You bet. So I'm Melinda Bermudez, and I own and operate Bermudez Family Farm. We're based in Dallas, just a little ways north, but we come down to the farmers market here every Wednesday. We're here at the Spring Plant Fair today, do local markets. We sell plants this time of year. That's my passion. I graduated from OSU with a degree in horticulture, so we have a little bit of everything: vegetables, herbs, pretty things, things that are off the beaten path.
Well, yes, you have some purple plants. What are these purple plants right over here?
These guys here is red Russian kale. It's a really attractive vegetable that is both good for you and also very pretty in your vegetable garden. Kind of mix up the color and the texture a little.
And what are the is your farm specialized in any particular type of plant?
We don't really specialize in a certain type of plant. We're mostly a produce farm. We also raise meat, poultry, meat birds, some beef, things like that. So we're kind of a homestead style farm where we do a little bit of almost everything.
Well, thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Well, I'm here with Craig, and Craig's going to tell us about his event.
Yeah, so here we are at the festival, and we are Wild Yeast Bakery. We're operate out of South Corvallis, and we do subscriptions of bread, and we also sell at the Wednesday morning farmers market and at the Albany farmers market.
Right. And you're located. Do you have an open business down on 2nd Street, or you just bake your bread there?
No, we just bake our bread. We bake the bread at our home. We've got our kitchen certified, so that we can do that. And then we sell it at those other places that I mentioned. And our purpose is to provide organic and local grains to people. So we, all of our breads and almost all of our ingredients are organic. And our focus is to help local producers, farmers, get their grain into the market.
Oh, bless your heart.
So we use green willow grain from Tangent, and we use Camas Country Mills grains from down near Junction City. We use a little bit of other flour, but most of it comes from those two places.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, girls.
Well, this is Cynthia, and she's going to... Go, Cynthia.
Hello, I'm Cynthia of Midway Farms, and our farm is located midway between Corvallis and Albany on Highway 20. And we're here today on a beautiful day at the garden show here. And I have my friends Lindsay, who has her own farm, Tumbler Farm, and want to go ahead and talk?
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from Vintage Purveyor, and I am housed out at Midway Farms. And so Cynthia and I work together. I supply vintage garden supplies and vintage things to plant in your garden in, little vintage trinkets and treats. And that's what I do, antiques and marketplace type stuff. So
is it a gift store?
It kind of is, yeah. We have both gifts, and we have, during the summertime, we have all sorts of vegetables and fruits and things to do, but then we also have gifts that you can get, from vintage stuff to handmade soaps and lotions and things like that. So you can come out and get gifts, and you can come out and get your vegetables at the same time. And then in the fall, we'll have an apple pressing, and then sometime this summer, we'll do our Midway Vintage fair. And so there's lots of things.
What's the date? And when do you have that fair?
We haven't set the dates yet, but when we set the dates, we'll have them on our Facebook page, which is Facebook page Midway Farms or Vintage Purveyor on Facebook, and then or midwayfarmsoregon.com.
Oh, thank you. And do you have any education programs there?
So yes, we have the Farm Experience Day Camp, and it's for ages 5 to 12. And it's so that kids can have a chance to come out and see how a real farm actually functions. And they participate in everything from picking in the garden, our snacks that we're going to eat for the day, to milking the cow. And so, yes, and it's quite exciting. I expect the kids to, be focused on, which is actually quite easy because it is a farm, focused on the activities. They have a lot of fun. I will admit we do usually bring out the sprinkler when the sun is quite hot, and sometimes they ruin their clothes.
Yeah.
So, but it's a great experience because.
What do you think the children learn most out there?
Well, number one, what they learn the most is that animals do have personalities. Animals shouldn't be confined, and that they learn the right way to farm. And how I figure is if children know, as they're growing up, how food should be raised sustainable and how animals should be treated, that's what they're going to expect, and maybe they'll not support these large, industries, when they grow up, realizing that animals actually should be treated well. So.
Oh, thanks.
There's a huge disconnect between people knowing where their food comes from and then eating their food.
Yeah.
So especially for children, it's really interesting to work with them, to have them find out how many eggs that a chicken lays a day. Yeah. How does a chicken lay an egg?
Yes.
Oh, this is where milk comes from.
Yes.
And oh, this is what a baby plant looks like. Oh, this is what...
And what age of the children do you mainly work with?
5 to 12.
5 to 12.
Yeah, it's perfect. So.
Oh, thank you.
So, and
I did.
yeah, Lindsay started interning a year and a half ago at our farm, and she wanted to start her own farm, in which she has Templar Family.
Farms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Templar Family Farms, and it's been great because having her as an intern made me realize that what was I going to do with the children after age 12? Because nothing worse than a child coming up to me saying, next year I turn 12, it's my last year. What do I tell them? They can't come to the farm anymore? And so that's how we started the junior intern program. And so it's a little more extensive, and they actually learn everything from cash register to, customer service, where you're counting back the change properly, not using calculators, and, a little more animal husbandry and things that actually develop them to have skills, because nowadays when a kid turns 15, what skills do they have? Because you can't go in the berry fields and pick anymore as a job like you could when I grew up, And so I think it's really important,
So if somebody was to talk to you during the week, can they stop by the farm?
Absolutely, and they can also give me a call on the phone, or Facebook is a great way too.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
Midway Farms there.
Yeah,
And thank you.
Yes, no problem.
Excellent. Okay, this is Owen, and he's here at the fair.
Good afternoon. I'm Owen Dell. I'm a landscape architect here in Corvallis. I'm also an author. I write books and articles, and I teach. I teach landscape professionals and homeowners about all sorts of subjects. And my real aim in life is to introduce people to the beauty and the power of sustainable landscaping. Sustainable landscaping is basically doing landscaping right, so that it works properly and provides a lot of services for the environment as well as for people. So what we have here today is a display of my books, which people are welcome to buy.
Did you read landscape? You wrote Sustainable Landscaping for Dummies?
Sustainable Landscaping for Dummies. And I also wrote How to Start a Home-Based Landscaping Business. That's for people who want to go into the business and get rich like me. That was a joke.
It is a joke.
We also have some free consultations, and I have this special, I call it the Amaranthematic consultation timer. And,
I see. You just turn it upside
very
down?
high tech. I developed this myself over many years, and it's like an hourglass. You turn it over, and my consultations are free until the amaranth runs out, and then it's very expensive after that. So you have to talk fast.
Okay.
We also have a quiz here today with questions about soil, water, fertilizer, and so forth. And so you can read the question
Let's take
here.
What's the first question?
And lift up to see the answer. So the first question, I have to read it myself.
I'll read it for you. Which of these saves the most water? Automatic controller, side adaptive plants, or drip system?
So it's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What would your guess be?
Well, I would say adaptive plants because you can go to zero maintenance with those.
Let's find out if you're right.
Answer is adaptive plants.
Excellent.
And I'll just video the answer right there. They can see
Yeah,
it.
give a little background information there.
Okay. What's the next question?
The next question, as I recall, is about soils. You can go ahead and read that too. You did so well
Okay.
in the first one.
Which is best for your soil? Chemical fertilizers, organic matter, or organic fertilizers? Well, I'm going to say organic matter.
Okay. Let's see what you through these questions here. The next question is about pruning. How can you reduce pruning chores? Kill your plants, choose the right size plants, or let things grow wild?
Well, what's the answer?
And the answer is choose right size plants. Plants that are too big for the space they're growing in will need constant trimming to control their size. They will never learn to stay within their bounds. They're not like dogs that you can train to behave. They have a genetic destiny that they're going to do their thing no matter what. You can't teach them to be different. Research the size of the plants you're choosing for your landscape and give them the room they need to grow to maturity. You will reap the rewards for many years to come.
Thank you. Let's do the last question.
And the last question has stumped a lot of people. I don't know why. It doesn't seem that hard to me. What's the annual water cost for a 2,000 square foot lawn? $2,000, $200, or $20?
Oh, I haven't.
What do you think?
I got a pump, so it's I have free water.
That's a different story. I'm thinking municipal water. You pay your water bill. 2,000, 200, or 20.
200.
Let's find out. $200.
Oh. And so it means that during the year, a person watering their lawn would be putting $200 of their hard-earned money into
keeping the lawn green.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you want to do that, that's fine. Cheap entertainment, I guess. But if you don't particularly like your lawn, do what a lot of people in Corvallis do: let it go brown. Or better yet, replace it with something that's more suitable, that doesn't need much water, or maybe no water. After all, we get 43 inches of rain per year here, or 60-something this year, and that's enough to keep a lot of plants looking really good, even through our long, dry summer.
So you think we have a very beneficial environment for enjoying the landscape?
One of the best. One of the best.
Well, thank you, Owen.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, this is Kathy at the fair, and she's here with her booth.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm from Harlan, Oregon. I do this metal sculpture. I like to use old farm, cool, rustic equipment, and kind of antique but not too valuable stuff. Turn it into fun things.
Is it called garden art or just art?
Garden art, and then some things are more art.
There you go.
So,
well, tell us a bit of piece. Here's a piece you got.
yeah, here's some. This little guy is a snail. We kind of use different parts. Gears. I like to leave something a little movable on some of them, just for fun. There's some crabs I made.
It's a wall hanging here, the heart.
Yep, there's a little wall hanging here.
Oh.
I don't know if that shows up background.
Well, how many years have you been coming to the fair?
This fair for at least 10 years, I think. Yeah, it's
Well,
one of my good. It's a really good show for me.
Oh, gosh. Well, we're glad you're here. And thank you.
Yeah.
Go.
My name is Jean, and I am at the Spring Garden Festival in Corvallis, Oregon. It's a sunny day, getting warmer, and I am a hat maker.
Hat maker.
I do use traditional millinery techniques, and I make primarily straw hats because we all need to have our head covered now.
Right.
But we should do it with fun.
And what kind of colors do you prefer?
Any color that I can make come out of the dye pot, which is many. Wow. I use a lot of different kinds of straws. I mold it on a crown mold. I stiffen them, and then I play.
Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're on.
Hi, I'm Jan, and my company name is Janio Jewelry, and I'm here at the Spring Garden Festival. And I make jewelry because I like to repurpose things and to make things that have an organic feel. I like being able to heat and hammer metal and see how it turns out, and most of my pieces are one of a kind. And
Are those your bracelets?
these are my bracelets. This is a piece that I just wire wove, and I never know until the very end what's going to happen with it. This is another wire weaving technique.
Beautiful.
And then I do a lot of repurposing of metals, so this is repurposing of tin. And this is the centerpiece of that is repurposed tin. So I like to do one-of-a-kind pieces, I like to do unique pieces, and I like to reuse. That's why I do what I do.
Well, we're sure glad you're at the fair today.
Thank you.
Hi, Fred.
Hi.
You're on.
All right, my name is Fred Weisenstein. I'm one of the owners of Dancing Oaks Nursery with
Leonard Foltz, and we are located about 15 miles west of Monmouth, or about 19 miles northwest of Corvallis. Our website, dancingoaksnursery.com, you can see directions, and if you go up 99, we also have signs where you can see where to turn. So it's very easy to find us. We are located about 2 miles down a gravel road, and we have a large display garden of about 3.5–4 acres, where we grow plants from around the world, everything from bulbs, perennials, shrubs, and trees. And we specialize in some unusual natives and then unusual plants from around the world that are adapted to grow in our conditions. We say that we kill plants so you don't have to. And some of the examples of some of the things we grow might include this very unusual hydrangea, for instance. This hydrangea is called Hydrangea scandens.
Wow.
And it will get up to about 3 feet and can grow in sun or shade. And its variegation varies depending upon where it's grown. In the sun, it takes on a lot of purples and reds. And in the shade, it's more light greens and creams and whites.
Wow.
Just as an example of...
And do you know where's that native to? Do you know?
I believe this hydrangea is native to Asia.
Yeah. Is this a bleeding heart here?
This is a goat's beard, a runcus. It's a smaller one, very delicate foliage, but it's very easy to grow. It can take shade to part sun, and goat's beards don't really, once they're established, don't require a lot of water, but they'll accept it if you have it.
I see. And what elevation is your nursery?
About 500 feet.
500 feet.
And we're open Tuesdays through Sundays, 9 to 5.
Okay, well, thank you, and we'll come see you.
Thank you very much as well.
Ryan, we're in Corvallis at the Spring Garden Festival. We're the Space Neighbors, and we're going to play some music.
Thanks.
Yeah.
What's your first song?
Our first song is called River Song. It's a Galaxy original. These guys were nice enough to play one of mine.
Thanks.
Out. All right. This is a little song about, well, treating our planet a little better, you know? Well, a whole lot better, but I'm not holding my breath. Oh, the tree won't grow. It's because the well is running dry. Yeah, the well is running dry. The river won't flow. Oh, the river won't flow. We put so much crud in it. Are we gonna learn and change these ways, or just get left in it? Our planet is a blessing, and not just a vessel for our blessing. Already where we are right now, it's just a weave of an impression. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the family guided by the river song. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet guided by the great beyond. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet finding equilibrium. It's on, and it's on, we're going through a journey with the planet learning healthy equilibrium. Yeah. Gonna get it. Sometimes we'll tie ourselves to a tree or chain ourselves to a rock. We get so used to working with a make-believe time, work ourselves to the clock. We get so used to working with numbers, not knowing that we're flesh and bone. I want you to leave them people alone. Oh, leave them people alone, don't you know? Their bodies are a blessing, and not just a vessel for a message. Already where we are right now is just a weave of an impression. It's on, going through a journey with the planet guided by the river song. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet guided by the great beyond. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet finding equilibrium. It's on, and it's on, we're going through a journey with the planet learning healthy equilibrium. Oh, yeah. All right. What's that tree gonna do? Oh, is that tree gonna grow? Tree's gonna grow. gonna grow. That tree's gonna grow. The tree gonna grow. No, that tree is gonna grow. Oh, tree gonna grow. Well, it's gonna going through a journey with the planet guided by the river song. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet guided by the river. It's on, and it's on, going through a journey with the planet guided by equilibrium. It's on, and it's on, we're going through a journey with the planet guided by the equilibrium. It's on, and it's on, we're going through a journey with the planet guided by the river song. That learns to see, part of the song, working on the beat. Space in the studio, doing it right. Jamming with the aliens inside the room. Jamming with the aliens. So positive, don't get away. Stay positive, don't get away. That's right, y'all. The AIP high toleration. It's an epidemic across the nation. Oh people, let's contemplate. Let's move right through this situation. EIP high toleration. It's an epidemic across the nation. Oh people, let's contemplate. Being brought through this situation. I said, yo, listen. It's all about the power. Little interactions every second, every hour. Tolerate me to make you smile while you hold your tongue and you're still inside. When the fact is, we are all the same. No one's breathing pain on the suffering. Got to wondering, what the hell is this? And why are people acting so ridiculous? But why should anyone own it all when the power is in the people? And how could anyone own it all when the power is in the people? And why should anyone know it all when the knowledge is in the people? And how could anyone own it all when the power is in the people? Power is in enough, no weak compassion for everyone and everything. Violence and so tough, not a real man's reaction. It's love that he brings. Power is enough, no weak compassion for everyone and everything. It's love that we bring. Gotta find their way. Every story you could ever write. It's up in the stars, you can read it at night. Every single light that guides your way, got a body behind it, fan the way. Space in the studio, we're doing it right. Jamming with the aliens from inside. Jamming with the aliens. So positive, don't get away. Think positive. That's right, and why should anyone know it all when the knowledge is in the people? And how could anyone own it all when the power is in the people? And why should anyone know it all when the knowledge is in the people? And how could anyone own it all when the power is in the people? Saying enough, no, we can for everyone and everything. Things are tough, not a real man's reaction. It's love that he brings. Saying enough, no, we can for everyone and everything. Love that we bring. You could be an alien.
or a homo sapien, it doesn't matter. What does matter? I want to be your friend. You could be an alien, a wealthy or a poor man, it doesn't matter, fly or chatter. I want to be your friend. For everyone and everything, it's love that he brings. For everyone and everything, it's love that he brings. For everyone and everything, it's love that we bring.
Wow. There you go.
My name is Shannon Thompson. I own the Rusty Fish Farm on Columbus Street in Albany, just outside. I'm lucky enough today to be here at the event. My passion is homesteading.
Homesteading?
Homesteading.
Homesteading.
Yeah.
I see. How do you help people with this?
I would love to help you in any way I can. Give you some knowledge, help you out, We can swap, work. I'll work on your farm, you can work on mine. We'll make it happen.
I think you found a partner here, but I got to tell the other people about it. Give us an example.
You can start homesteading in your own apartment, and that's how it really starts for a lot of college students. And that's just with a bag of soil and what you can grow, and then just from there you can move on. And there's so many resources, and we live in such a great spot that we can just help everybody in all ways. I try to sell my plants at a really reasonable price. Things are so expensive today, food's so expensive, we need to grow our own.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, my name is James Rodell. I joined the Corvallis Sustainability Coalition about 8 or 9 years ago, and it's a good group to be a volunteer with because you can find what you really like to do and be a member of a team that's working on those issues. And I'm a member of the Edible Garden Group. And the Edible Garden Group is part of the food action team of the coalition.
Oh, I see.
And we recently changed the name from just Garden Group to Edible Garden Group because we have tours each summer where we have walking and bicycling tours of gardens in the community. So far we've done Corvallis and Philomath, usually those two cities, but we're open to Adair Village as well, Lewisburg.
And what do people find most interesting when they see these gardens?
Just how regular folks have taken their lawns and their space around their homes and made all kinds of innovations, including various types of ways of having fruit trees in their space, and vegetable gardens, either raised bed or not, whatever, and just maximizing the space around their home. They still leave some area for lawn, for play volleyball or whatever, but it's just real interesting, thank you, to see what they've come up with. And they talk about how they got started with it and answer questions about how much it might cost to do it every year. Speaking of which, our team leader has developed 10 tips for an energy efficient food garden.
Oh, wow. And so with these 10 tips, a person can grow more food with less money?
Yes, less output of energy in the form of fuel and electricity and so on. For example, he says, yes, you can heat a greenhouse in the winter, but you can also wait until the appropriate time to plant the seeds the way farmers have done for 10,000 years. Or you could even, if something you really want to get an early start, if you have some windows facing the south in the winter and a place to put the plant starts they can get sunlight and the warmth that way. So there's lots of ways of doing it without having to heat a whole greenhouse, for example. We also have our garden resource guide updated every year that shows what local businesses and skilled people are available to help with really all aspects of gardening.
Are you? Is there a website to get in touch with this particular thing?
Yes.
Let's take a look at that.
Okay, that would be right down here at the bottom.
Well, this is very good information, and you take volunteers, and
we sure do.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your interview here.
You're welcome.
You are on.
I'm Naomi.
And I'm Kezzy.
And we're here at the Spring Garden Festival selling barefoot books, which are
and rocks.
Rocks?
Kezzy made some rocks. Yes.
Okay. And these books are special in what way?
They're through a publisher that specializes in multicultural books and beautiful illustrations and beautiful stories from around the world, folk tales. And I love them, so I want them to be available to Corvallis children. And then the reason why I'm here also is because I wanted to raise money for Benton Hospice Service, and I'm giving 20% of everything that sells to Benton Hospice.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay, well, thank you.
Color of a sunset in a cast iron pan as the beat bleeds into the carrot. Memory of a one-armed man is trying not to share it as the beat bleeds into the carrot. Lentils and a wooden spoon, teacup in an empty room. 12-inch black and white keeps him company day and night. It's 1944. He's almost too short. She'll greet him at the door, and they'll celebrate the end of war. In their blue shingled house, wide railing on the front porch, small porch swing, blue dress with the flowers he will bring. The sun in her golden trap, pie in the kitchen window, curtains swinging in the breeze, milk bottle on the back porch, ready for a deep freeze. Mama's inside your head. She's still cleaning up the linen, listening to the radio. Her favorite Benny Goodman show in their blue shingled house. Her dog in the backyard. In a cast iron pan, as the beat bleeds in the carrot. Memory of a one-armed man, though he's trying not to share it. As the beat bleeds into the carrot. Lentils and a wooden spoon, teacup in an empty room. 12-inch black and white keeps him company day and night. So good at keeping on the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. I know it's scary when you turn your head around the sight. You know I'm just around the bend. And when the lights go out and darkness is staring you in the eyes, you will see this move was meant to be. This move was meant to be. Get back on the horse. Get back on the horse. You know, keep on saying she take a break. Take a break. I think it won't be a huge mistake. Well, you ain't got nothing left to prove. We keep on keeping on, cause I'm so good at keeping on the move. On the move. On the move. On the move. I know it's scary when the turns your head are out of sight. You know I'm just around the bend. And when the lights go out and infinity is staring you in the eyes, you will see this move was meant to be. 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 There's so much more left to do. The sun is rising and we keep on finding another big wall to break through. Keep on keeping on, cause it's so good at keeping on the move. On the move. On the move. On the move. I know it's scary when the girls are very out of sight. You know I'm just around the bend. When the lights go out and darkness is staring you in the eyes, you will see this move was meant to be. This move was meant to be. This move was meant to be.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cope, and I'm here with my wife Donna, and we're with Homegrown Gardens, South Corvallis. We've had the nursery for 10 years now, and this is our display here for the Spring Garden Festival. We've been doing this for 10 years, bringing our goods down here to share with the community, and this is a sampling of what we have to offer at the nursery. And it's been great to be a part of this whole festival for the last 10 years, and we're glad it's still going strong. Again, this is just an offering of some things that we have. Some of our shade plants are tuberous begonias. They non-stop, they bloom clear up until the end of the season. Impatiens. Some
Beautiful shade plant. By the way, it's the most beautiful shade plant I know.
They're great. They're easy to grow. Put them in pots, put them in the ground. Some dwarf fuchsias. Again, these things just keep blooming right up to the end of the season. And of course, our famous geraniums. We do about 2,000 geraniums every year. And so we're kind of known for our special geraniums.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anderson, and I'm here at the Civic Beautification and Urban Forestry booth here at the Corvallis Spring Garden Festival. And we're here selling a few different plants as a fundraiser and talking about our fall bulb sale, which will be coming up at the Corvallis Fall Festival, and just talking about some different resources we provide here in Corvallis in terms of planting projects for beautification. And
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, so we did this recent bulb out planting project down there on Washington, and then we give these Making Corvallis Beautiful awards away to different houses, and the nominating period is open for that now, so you can nominate your neighbors or anyone who has an especially nice landscape, and we'll go and give out awards at the end of the next month.
Okay, are the awards for the most beautiful, the most best per inch, or edible?
A little bit of everything. We have, different classifications. So there's different things like sustainability or beauty or food production, and we can kind of evaluate for all of those. And, there's not any finite number of awards. So if, there's two really nice landscapes that are different, we'll give 2 awards out.
Oh, good.
Yep.
It's an honorable mention and everything
Yep.
else.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, we sure appreciate it and hope you come back next year.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye.